Hello and welcome, and come join me on another trip. Keep watching. Hello and welcome back. So we are at our start point of our journey. We are doing the Romans Reivers route, which kind of traverses along the Scottish borders from Galloway over to Hawick. So we're at the Forest of I, which is A and E. Got our kit on, just been dropped off. Just having a few minutes to kind of settle in and kind of get into the zone before we start our journey, which is going to be heading that way. But if I show you the start point sign, there it is. That's the start point sign. I think there was originally a plaque here, but for some reason it's gone. I'll zoom out a bit. It's gone. But it's just a Forestry Commission car park, paying display over there, and then over there somewhere there's an old kind of fortification, and there's bear running around. So yeah, this is the start of another journey. 52 miles. I'm going to try and do it over 3 or 4 days, depending on how we feel. But yeah, all good. You alright, John?
Yeah, good to go.
No worries.
Yeah.
Right, I'll see you in a bit. The first way marker at the start point. The Romans and Reivers. And then we're going down that way. So I'm normally a big advocate of be bold, start cold, but this morning I've made the exception. It's actually quite fresh. It's been mild the past day or so up here, but today, this morning, it's particularly cold. But look at the woodland up there, and there's bear. Bear!
Oh, I'm glad I did that camera. Just look.
Absolutely beautiful. We've just come up quite a cheeky little hill, a bit of gradient and quite long, but it's plateaued out now. Hopefully we'll contouring for a bit, but no, look at that, look at that. Absolutely stunning. Go on in. Look at that. And way marker number 2 there. You alright, John?
I'm fine, yeah. Just enjoying the breather of that level terrain.
It was a bit cheeky. Not too kind of long dragging out gradients. But considering we've not done much walking, I felt we're doing alright, not too much out of breath. But yeah, nice, peaceful. And Bear is absolutely loving it, aren't you? That's it. Good boy. Come on then. So we've made it up the ascent. It's a long, grinding, steady ascent. Not too difficult. There's a few kind of slightly steep sections. So far, 300 miles in, very well waymarked. We've got maps. I'll show you them later on. I'm not using OS maps at all if we can help it. Hopefully it won't come to that, because it's about kind of getting back to doing some skills rather than relying on technology. But so far so good. Dog's good, he's loving life, probably getting himself covered in ticks right now, but I'm a bit more prepared this time than my last walk. But that's ahead and that's the view behind. There's John. You alright, mate?
I'm fine, yeah, steaming.
Yeah, it's warm. And there's Bear Dog. Hey, come on, let's go. Let's go. He leads the way. See you in a bit. Look at this lot. Hear that swoosh, swoosh. It's a shame really, it's quite a blot on the countryside, quite destructive to the environment really. Not preaching to anyone, but crikey. So we just walked down here, the first downhill bit really, and we thought we'd hear loads of planes, but it's not. It's these bloody noisy things. Look. Turbines. Really noisy. It's not even that windy. Look, you can see the trees are hardly moving. The clouds are moving high up, but the turbines aren't there. But around me you can see nothing's moving. What's bloody powering them? So we just stopped by this kind of lake, old quarry type thing on the track, 6 miles point, and enjoying a nice pre-made bacon, cheese and black pudding toasted sandwich that I did last night in preparation for this moment right now, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. The route so far has been pretty much uphill all the way, but not a savage uphill, just a long drag uphill. The Forest of I is spelled A and E together. I apologise to the local population and native Scottish speakers if I'm butchering that. But the route itself has been tainted by these things here, I'll show you now. Just constant the whole way through. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh along the whole track. It sounds like I'm back in Kent, next to the M2 motorway and next to constant air traffic from Heathrow and Gatwick. So to me this first section hasn't been that exciting, and I'm not normally quite about my walking, but this has been a bit of a, it's been quite good walking. So if you've got mobility issues, perfect, you know, good to take the kids cycling, dog walking. Not particularly challenging, but it's just the noise and the drone and then bloody turbines going off. It kind of takes the magic away a little bit. But overall, not too bad. Anything to add, John?
No, just say that. I mean, the forest is really nice to either side. You know, a typical coniferous forest plantation. Exactly what Chris said about the ups and downs. But it's like being near Manston Airport. Just constant.
Savage.
But it's lovely, and we're blessed with the weather this morning as well.
Yeah, no reruns of West Island Way yet, but it's only day one. And little man, you right, Bear? Yeah, you good? He must have run about 30 miles already this morning. You good boy? You are, aren't you? He's been really good, just running around, living his best life. So yeah, we have half an hour or so here just chilling. It's not quite lunchtime yet, but have a little rest up, and yeah, get back on the trail a bit. Anyway, I've been waffling for too long. See you in a bit. Bear, come on in. Let's go. So just sat on a bridge a couple of miles away from our campsite for tonight, and the first 10 miles of that route, it nearly took my soul, as David Goggins would say. It was, I think what done it for me was the constant swooshing of the turbines. It sounded like planes constantly flying overhead. It was dead. The forest was dead, and that's meant to be an ancient forest. I know there's plantation there, but boy, there was no bird singing. There was nothing. It was just dead, and I didn't feel the vibe for that place at all. But the minute we got out of there into kind of a section of the woodland that's not got wind turbines in it, birds started coming back singing, seeing birds flying overhead. Constant swooshing's gone, replaced by rivers. Totally different vibe. But yeah, I won't ever be doing that bit again, I tell you now. Never again will I do that bit. No. Come to these places to kind of be a bit remote, and it's kind of frustrating that such a beautiful forest has been made a wind farm. I'll leave it there. On the menu tonight, Expedition Foods, double serving, 1,000 calories of Thai green chicken curry. Boy, do I need it. So, all set up. Bear's tucked away in there, been a very good boy. Tent up, sleeping rig squared away, pack will go away later on. Cooking set up there. John setting up. Absolutely blinding little spot here. Wasn't where we quite intended, but it's just over the road from it. But that's what it is. Lovely. So that's 13 miles done today. The second part of the day was definitely better than the first part. I've done lots of moan, but it was just them bloody wind turbines just destroyed me. You can hear me, the wind's picking up a little bit as well. But yeah, their wind turbines weren't the best, and it just done my head in. Totally. And the minute we got into a section where there was no turbines, let's get the wind, it was just different vibe altogether. I felt happier. I could hear the birds again. It just, I don't know, weird. I've never felt that before. Just literally every step just dragged. But no, nice easy section. Pretty much all the way up, long drag up, and then all the way down. Nothing too strenuous, you know, nothing that most people couldn't do, and I'd say it's be a very good route for people who may have mobility issues, because it's all pretty much logging track. So yeah, wheelchairs, bikes, you name it, could probably get along there very fine. But no, right, I'm going to get the cooker on and get some grub. See you in a bit. double serving. I think I need to make a bigger cosy for the double serving. Doesn't quite fit in there, so that'll be a job to do when I get home. So this is the first time I've took my Hyberg Una out on a trip, and look at the space. You've got nearly 40 kilogram lab, again with plenty of space over there, and there's plenty of space there for me to lay down. I've got my 65 litre Osprey, I've got all that junk down there, out to here, I've got all this space here, and I can lay down, and I'm not a small bloke, so what a load of space. And it's great because I can administrate myself in here, and I can get myself squared away, dog gets squared away, I can cook, I can eat, I can rest, and just the kind of space that I want after a day walking. So really impressed so far. I've been out camping in it, but not out on a trip, so I thought I'd just mention it now. But yeah, happy days. Right, I'm going to eat my lovely food. See you in a bit. Good morning. Right, it's day 2. It's just before 7. The clocks have gone back, so I've got an extra hour in bed. But as you probably know, if you spent any time in a tent, you get a bit stiff after a while, especially after a walk. So I decided to get up a little bit earlier, do my morning routine, and just kind of look at the views around me, which are glorious. So yeah, it's gonna the next hour or so just kind of administrate myself, breakfast, pack up, and then make the trail again. So yeah, good night's sleep, nice and mild, bit of rain, bit of wind, but I'm in Scotland in autumn, so see you in a bit. So as you can see, the sun is shining over my face, the world is good. What a glorious morning we've been welcomed to. There's John over there just having breakfast, and Bear Dog doing his morning patrol. So just to skirt around camp, it might look like a kit explosion, but it really isn't. Just letting the tent dry out, kit there, bag full of rubbish. There's John's kit all drying out. It's not like it got mega wet, but it's just the usual. You've been out camping, walking all day, it's damp, you get into a tent, hot and cold. It's gonna happen, but it's worth taking while the sun's out, and it's nice taking extra time just to make sure everything's squared away before we make trails. Don't be carrying any more extra weight, do we? Especially when you've got a dog with you. Tins of food isn't light, as I'm finding out. I kind of already knew that, but sometimes you've got to do things practically to learn. But yeah, glorious morning. See you in a bit. Well, that's when me and Bear slept last night, all packed away, sun's up, John's all packed. So yeah. Bear, should we go for a walk? Should we go for a walk? You've been badgering me all morning, haven't you? Come on then, let's go. So here was my water source, and quite a nice peaty taste once filtered through the grill. But yeah, some water on board now, and the views are awesome. You can see it behind me, just fantastic. I don't want to go on about it, but you can still hear the drone of the wind turbines far off in the distance. But I'm in a lot happier place today. It's been nice, hasn't it, so far? The weather's... Yeah, I'll spin around. Can't really see where you are, John. There we go. Yeah, it's been really nice. Yeah. Bear's been good, haven't you? Let's bring Bear into... You've been good, haven't you? Leading the way. Yeah. There you go. Good boy. All right. Catch you in a bit. You alright?
Yeah.
It's a beast, isn't it? Yeah. Look at the view. Look at the gradient. Lots of hills today, but as I always say, keep smiling. Oh, the clag's coming in. Yeah, all good. Still smiling. Bear? Yeah, still nosing. John, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
So,
All back for a bit of rain.
Yeah, getting there. Flashbacks to the West Island Way. Right, onwards. So we're hunkered down. We're a mile short of our target. The weather proper came in. Literally zero viz. Absolutely chucking it down. The wind was horrendous, and it got to a stage where light was failing, and we went, no, let's make camp now before it gets silly. So did a hasty setup on my tent. It's not the best, it's not any prizes, but it's keeping me out of the wet. The dog is fed, dried him off. As you can see, I'm probably smoking a little bit. I'm drying off. Food on the go. I'm having 2 meals tonight. I'm having expedition food, chili con carne with rice, and I'm having Be Well food, chicken vegetable pasta. I need calories. That's 1500 calories there, but bloody hell, today was hardcore. There was a certain section that was like out of this world hard. Yeah, total contrast to the day before. So yeah, so I thought I'd just give you an update. I'm in the tent, I'm safe, I'm drying out, feeding up, I'm going to get a good night's sleep. I'll bring you back in a bit. Take care. Hello. Well, it's amazing what getting out of the wind and rain having a bite to eat, getting dry, having a glug, getting into your maggot. All these simple things, just at this moment in time, it's just the best things ever in the world. So yeah, I'm in a good place right now, just chilling. Where we are, we're meant to be in the middle of a forest, but the forest is no longer really there. Must have been chopped down a few years ago, and the kind of 6 to 8 foot kind of Christmas trees are kind of where we're kind of hiding out right now. Where we were on the track and it was absolutely gopping, you know, white out, sideways rain, typical Scotland, and it got to the point where we needed to get off the track and get into shelter and sort of south out, which is what we did. But we kind of hugged the new plantation of trees because it was out the wind and it was relatively still. We get the odd little gust, but generally it's a gentle breeze going over us, and the rain has eased off a little bit now, but it's meant to be coming back with a vengeance later on. So yeah, we're just kind of chilling. You can see in the background the tent's slightly moving. It's not the best pitch up, it's just kind of let's get it up and get dry. But yeah, it is. Bear's really good. He's been dried off, kind of towed him down and did the best I could. Fed him in a tent. It's interesting feeding dogs in tents, especially when you realise that the only spoon you've got is your eating spoon, and you need that spoon to get the food out of the dog tin. So yeah, luckily he had chicken tonight, not lamb. Yesterday was lamb. I was clever. Get the lamb out of the way first. I hate lamb. But yeah, that was an experience, and yeah, he decided to throw it everywhere and make a right old mess. But yeah, that's the first for me, feeding a dog in a tent. But it's all good, all good memories. Still smiling. But yeah. Anyway, I've been waffling for long enough now. I'm gonna switch off and try and get some sleep, and hopefully in the morning the weather might be a bit better. Anyway, take care. So that's where I slept last night. Lumpity bumpity, but actually it wasn't too bad. And there's John sorting his kit out. So that's the track. We get down here, under cover from the trees, and even now it's not the best. Bear dog is already looking quite wet, but we're getting there. Feel not too bad, just got to make sure I keep kit dry and everything else. But yeah, not a bad sleep at all really once I got my head down. The weather was atrocious last night. The wind and the rain was something else, but all part of the fun, isn't it? Right, I'll see you soon. Yeah, situation no change. So I'm on top of the track now, just catching our breath because it's quite a descent down. See there, kind of the drop we had, but we were quite cosy down there. And Bear's running around, keeping warm. Right, I'm stop waffling and get making tracks. See you in a bit. Go on then, scouts, lead the way. So we're making our way down the track now. This first section today is a nice gradual downhill, which is just what you want after all the ups we've had. Yeah. You alright, John?
Yeah, better for a good night's sleep.
Yeah. And 2 meals always makes a difference to morale. But yeah, alright. Catch you in a bit. Just stopped for a quick glug using the Grail, the Hydro Pack. What we tend to do is use the Hydro Pack to collect the water and then pour that into the Grail off to one side. Just it seems to work. And then yeah, I've got me Nalgene fill up, and also a full belly of water as well. So yeah, feeling good. The rain has actually stopped. It's just that kind of fine mizzle drizzle stuff in the air. The dog looks absolutely saturated, bless him. But no, everything's good. John's just there sorting his kit out behind me. So
tops up with water, nice good glug.
That's it. Keep hydrated. It's amazing how hydration keeps you going. You know, you start feeling a bit low, you feel yourself slowing down. There's telltale signs. It's like, no, let's have a glug. If you think it, act on it. I.e., oh, I'll have a drink in a minute. Not in a minute, have it now. I'll top tip. But so far on this trip, lots of lessons learned. Massively. It's always, I always learn something when I come out. You know, no matter how small it is, it's all data, and it's all good to kind of learn from doing. Anyway, see you in a bit. This might sound really weird, but I've just given my dog some Lily's cottage pie, and it actually smells really nice. I think if I was pushed, I'd eat that. But it's got beef, potatoes, carrots. Oh, that does smell good. I'm not that hungry yet though, but I just thought I'd share it with you. So we've made a team decision that we're going to call it a day on this particular walk. The temperature's dropping again, the clag's coming in. We're already quite wet from yesterday, and it's probably the right thing to do. I could grizz it out for one more night, but I've got the dog with me as well, and he's already soaking wet like the rest of us. So it's not a big deal, to be fair. I think we've done the first two hard sections of the walk, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Flipping it around.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first two hardest sections, they were pretty gruesome, to be honest with you. And the nicer bits of the next two sections, all we're going to do is just come and do the other two sections another time. It's not a big deal. Lots of lessons learned. It's good to get out and about, spin around. So yeah, no, not too fussed at all about finishing right now. It's the right thing to do. If we went up in the mountains again, if we go to where we're going to go to tonight, and the weather comes in like it did last night, we are going to go down with hypothermia without a doubt. You know, the dog last night rushed into the tent and got everything even more wet before I even had a chance to try and dab him down. But he's a Labrador and they're never dry. So there's lessons learnt about me and the dog camping like this. I'll have to reevaluate if he comes on them or not. But yeah, anything to say, John?
Yeah, good experience. I'd probably recommend these two stages to somebody who's upset me, because it's not the most scenic of routes. There's some seriously boring bits and some seriously draining the soul out of you. Yeah. Physically as well as mentally. You know, that's not being a wimp, that's just as it is. Yeah. But yeah, the nicest bit of today has been along this river. It's been beautiful. Yeah. But the right thing is, for the dog and everything else, it's the best thing to do. Just step off, do the next two sections another time. You win some, you lose some, and it's about making the right choices, not ego, not going, oh yeah, I can do it. No. It's the right call. I'll just say nothing. Oh, the sun was coming out, and then all of a sudden it's gone again. And the clag's coming in. The dog's shivering a little bit, and I'm thinking, yeah, maybe it was the right call. Well, it was the right call. But yeah, if you get this far, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next little adventure. Take care. See you, bye.